All right, we're recording. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the weekly Team for Evolution team call. My name is Alexa. Welcome back, and I am taking over the team call this week. Lauren is in Ohio for the Lewis Howe Summit of Greatness, which I'm super jealous about. I hope she brings back some really great things to share with us. But I am really pumped to be taking over the team call tonight and talking about something that I have been really pumped about for the last few months. So Clean Week, as you guys hopefully know, is going to be coming out in just a few short weeks. And when they announced this at Summit, when Carl was sitting up there and he was giving out his little teaser and saying how, you know, one thing he's heard from us coaches a lot is how we run our, free clean eating groups or our free challenges to really help with building relationships and connecting with people. And so they really wanted to help us with this, which is why I love Beachbody so much, because they really truly listen to our needs and what we think that, what we want on our end as coaches and what would benefit us. They really always try and kind of give us a solution. And Clean Week is 100% going to be that solution to really fill this kind of gap I think that we've been missing, to help people where they're at, give them a little taste of what we offer with our challenge groups, with Beachbody, with Shakeology. And I really just think this is going to help all of us. My Netflix is on behind my head. Sorry, guys. It's really going to help us with just not only bringing in more people, for you to be able to attract more people to your challenge group, because it's an enticing price point. You can even incorporate this into your free challenge groups, of course. But so you're going to be able to hopefully get some more interest, but you're also going to have an easier time transitioning these people from your groups into either challenge pack or another solution because of Clean Week. And it's going to kind of be your onboarding and funnel really for the rest of your challenge group. So I'm going to really be talking all about that tonight with you guys. And if you have any questions, my husband's trying to FaceTime me. No. Sorry. If you have any questions, please let me know. I have the chat box open. Actually, I'm going to be sharing my screen, so I won't be able to see the chat box. Sorry, guys. But if you have any questions, put them in the chat, and I'll answer afterwards, okay? So hold on. I'm going to put my phone on mute just in case he tries to call me again. Okay, so let me share my screen with you guys really quick. Okay. And I am going to here. Okay, so I can't see your guys' faces, but I hope this went full screen. Maybe somebody can unmute themselves. Oops, really quick, and just, can you guys verify you can see my presentation? I cannot see the chat box. Jeannie, I saw you were on. Yes? Yes? Yes, good. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I literally can't see anything. All I can see is my slides. So I just wanted to make sure you guys could see. Perfect. All right, so we are going to be talking about using Clean Week to grow your network. And like you said, you guys, I was so pumped about this when they announced it at Summit. I really think it's just going to be an amazing tool. And if you are really intentional about making sure that you're doing a Clean Week challenge every single month, I believe you're going to get yourself into just a great system. And not just that, but it's something that's duplicatable that you can share with your team, that they can run themselves. And we all know that duplication is really the key to success when it comes to your business. So tonight we are going to be talking about everything Clean Week. I'm going to be giving you kind of the FAQ, like what is Clean Week, what are all the components of it, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to share how you're going to be able to implement this into your monthly game plan every single month. I'm going to give you some good tips and ideas so that you can make your Clean Week group amazing. And then I'm also going to be sharing how you can then end your group strong, transition your people from Clean Week onto either, another solution or even coaching if that is what is right for them. Okay. So let's start off with what is Clean Week, because I'm sure, hopefully, you guys know the basics of it, but I know that there might be a lot of questions. So here are kind of the main things to know about Clean Week, okay? So it's a 7-day fitness and nutrition program. It comes with 4 workouts. And so obviously the 7-day workout calendar, there's going to be a few that they'll do a couple times throughout the week. But along with the workouts, they're going to get a step-by-step meal planner and 7 days of Shakeology, okay? What's really cool about this is that this is the first program with an intensifier. So it's kind of the opposite of a modifier. Megan Davies, who is the creator, and she's the one who won the 20s show that was on VOD last summer, she created this. And so she is going to be kind of, she's created more low impact and kind of more modified moves as like the base. This is definitely a beginner program. So if people feel like, oh, well, I could, want to take it up a notch, they can follow the intensifier. I think that's kind of a cool idea that we've never done before. And it also just really will speak to our beginners, our people who are coming in with no fitness background, starting from square one. The whole program will be kind of modified. And if you want to take it up a notch, you can. As far as the Clean Week Shakeology samplers, I want to make it clear, they are different from the regular Shakeology samplers that are now available, okay? So the regular Shakeology samplers, the regular version only comes with 5 packets, 1 of each flavor, and then the vegan comes with 4 packets. So obviously that's not enough for the full week. So the Shakeology samplers with Clean Week will come with 7 packets. Both of them are going to be $29.95, and that's $36.95 for those of you in Canada. Okay, that's such a great price point, you guys. So if they want to get, the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to basically advertise it as Shakeology is included, and the challenge is going to be $30. You know what I mean? But if you wanted to just use the workouts and the meal plan, you don't necessarily have to have Shakeology. That is an optional add-on if that's the way you want to spin it. It's really up to you. Okay. Now there's 22 PV that you will earn from the Clean Week Shakeology sampler. Okay, and I'm going to break down the PV thing a little bit more. And the reason why I wanted to point this out is because we have really been focusing on the 500 PV model and the 500 PV goal. Okay, so I'm going to kind of show you a little bit more of that later. All the workouts are 30 minutes, which I love. Everybody loves that, they can get in, get it done, and kind of move on with their day. So that's going to be great. The workouts are active flex, strength, core, and cardio. So I'm really excited to try these out. And what I think is also genius on Beachbody's part is that they sample moves from other Beachbody programs. So this is planting seeds with our customers who are doing the program on the other end, and they're doing a move, and they're like, oh, this is awesome. And they're like, oh, this is from 21 Day Fix. You know what I mean? And they start to hear about the different programs, and it's already getting them thinking about continuing on after Clean Week. Okay, and the really awesome part is that challengers will not need to sign up for a BOD trial or enter their credit card info to access Clean Week on Beachbody On Demand. Okay, so that is really great, because I don't know if any of you guys have kind of come across a little bit of a hurdle where when people go through the 2-week BOD trial, they need to cancel that before they decide to upgrade to the annual all access, or otherwise they're going to get automatically upgraded on day 15. Well, now you don't have to worry about making sure they cancel and all that kind of stuff, because they don't, there's no credit card tied to it. It's completely free. And I love that is just going to make it a little bit easier for us. And at the same time, it's really going to encourage them to want to obviously unlock the rest of Beachbody On Demand and go beyond Clean Week and the 4 workouts that they get with Clean Week. Okay. And this is going to launch on October 3rd. So I'm waiting. I'm super excited for this. I really think this is filling in a gap that we have missed, or we have needed, I should say. And I'm really pumped. I'm so excited for this program. So now we're going to talk a little bit more about implementing Clean Week into your monthly game plan. And I think this is so key, you guys, to make sure that you are running a Clean Week group every month as soon as this comes out, okay? My tip would be to run it at the beginning of the month. And that is just so that, for those of you who are pushing to hit Success Club, for example, that gives you the rest of the month to then talk with your challengers, talk about the next steps, maybe get them started with Shakeology, all access, whatever they, fits them. And then you could promote the group the last week of the month. Okay, just to kind of give you a little bit of a system. Now, I think it's a good idea to set a goal of how many people that you want to bring into your Clean Week groups every single month. I'm going to kind of break down both of these situations if you were to bring in 5 Clean Week challengers or 10. But you guys, I believe that both of these are very doable goals because of the fact that they're getting meal plans, they're getting workouts, they're getting the challenge group, they're getting Shakeology, for $30. That is such an amazing price point. So if you get 5 people, like, I don't think you're going to have an issue if you are being consistent and promoting throughout the last week of the month or whenever you plan on promoting. But if you are just making sure you're intentional about that inviting, I bet you're going to find 5 people to sign up. Even 10, okay? 10 is really not that hard. I think you really could do it because this is such a low, affordable price point. And then my tip to you is to have fun with your groups, with your Clean Week group. Give it a theme, give it a twist, make it fun for you. If you're a busy mom, do a busy mom Clean Week and add in some tips for how to, some hacks for moms or something. If you're sweating for the wedding, do a, sweating for the wedding slim down Clean Week group. You know what I mean? Like, we're coming into fall, so maybe do fall into fitness, whatever you want to do. But give it just like a little bit of a theme, make it fun. And I think that will really help you to have fun with it and continue to not get bored. You know what I mean? I know that it can be easy to get bored with certain groups, but I really think that if you just make it intentional to add something different and put your spin or twist on it, it makes it not boring. Okay? So now we're going to talk a little bit more about how to make your Clean Week groups amazing, okay? I really think that this is going to be a huge component of helping you move your business forward if you do it right, okay, you guys? So first and foremost, your goal is to create raving customers when you bring on new challengers into your groups. You want them to really just become total lifers of Beachbody. And the way that you're going to do that is by helping people get results. Point blank, end of story. If you can help people get results in these 7 days of Clean Week, then you are going to convert them and they are going to become an advocate for this, okay? So check in with your people throughout the week outside of the group, okay? Make sure that you're on top of it. You are being the best coach that you can possibly be. Ask them if they're struggling. Ask them how their workouts are going. Whatever you need to do, but make sure that they just get the best Clean Week experience. You also want to start to create customers that influence, okay? And what I mean by that is customers that have, that want to share this with other people, that want to bring other people into this with them, okay? So encourage your Clean Week challengers to post their Clean Week journey on social media for accountability, okay? And a way that you can do that is create a fun little photo challenge or do something, like that to help them with sharing. I love little, photo challenges. People love doing those kinds of things. And you can even tie it into your little theme or twist that you want to do with your group. And you can always give them a little prize at the end based on who is participating, okay? And this doesn't have to be expensive, you guys. You can do, you can get like a little shaker bottle or something from TJ Maxx or whatever for like $5, it does not have to be expensive. A workout tank from Target, $10, But, do something fun to get them engaged, to get them sharing, and to get them influencing and talking about this. You're basically grooming them as a coach, but really this is also going to help them with their accountability and getting results with the program, okay? Give recognition throughout the week. You guys, recognition is a vital behavior for a reason. So shout out the people that are tracking, okay? I really think that, if you're running challenge groups, if you're running a Clean Week group, you can decide. If you know that your people that are in your network are never going to log on to the Challenge Tracker app, then just do it on a Facebook group. Or if, your people love the Challenge Tracker app and hate Facebook, do it in the Challenge Tracker app. Or if you have people that love both, which is what we've been doing with the Team Challenge, because I know that some people like, to do both, or some people like to do one, some people like to do the other, run both. Just open up a tracker group and then open up a Facebook group and decide which one that you want to share. I share the majority of our content in our Team Challenge group in our Facebook group, and then we just have the tracker group where people can kind of track for accountability. But, see who is tracking, who's sharing, who's participating in the photo challenge, who's, posting in the group or whatever, just make sure that you are giving recognition and shout outs. That's really going to help people feel like they're on the right track, like they are doing the right things, which they are. And that's going to help continue to push them towards getting amazing results and want to continue with you as their coach. and team up with other coaches if you're not ready to do this by yourself, okay? Like I said, if you just teamed up and partnered with one other coach and both of you guys have a goal of bringing in 5 people, of your own, that's 10 people. That's a pretty solid challenge group that you could do for Clean Week. And you guys could run it together and kind of do posts together, whatever you want to do, okay? So just know that the team is here to help you every step of the way. But I do recommend running your own Clean Week groups because I believe that you guys could do this on your own. It's 7 days, and really it does give you practice in running a challenge group and kind of seeing what it's like. I mean, the great thing about our challenge groups now, you guys, is you have the challenge group guides. With Clean Week, you have, free workouts, you have the meal planner. I mean, you literally have everything. You just need to be in there kind of giving it some fun, giving it, a little bit of your own spin, adding in maybe some workout tips or nutrition tips. Like I said, the Beachbody Challenge group guide, I'm sure, will come out. I looked before this call, but they haven't put it out yet for Clean Week. But I know that they always do before the program comes out. So they'll have a challenge group guide for this program. So if you need ideas for posts, you can use challenge group guides. But I think this is great for those of you who are new coaches. This is your chance to step up and try something new and kind of get out of your comfort zone, run your first challenge group, help your first challengers. And because it's only a $30 investment, I know you guys can do this, okay? So these are just some tips, but obviously, take any of the other tips and things that we share in general about running amazing challenge groups, adding value, just being a present coach, checking in with them throughout the group. I also really think that because this can be such a huge catalyst for transitioning them into other things, whether it's another program, BOD, like I said, it's really important to work to get those results and make sure that you document their Clean Week progress. So really amp up, make sure that you get your measurements, make sure that you take your weight, make sure that you do your before pictures, and have them submit that to you on Sunday before it starts. And then same thing, make sure that you get their after pictures. And the great thing is about the Challenge Tracker app, and that's why I do think that I'm definitely going to use the Challenge Tracker app with my Clean Week groups, is that you can see right there in the Challenge Tracker portal who has put in their before pictures and their measurements and their weight, okay? So it's really easy for you to see, and you can then kind of reach out and be like, okay, get it set up, make sure that you get this done, because if you can really just make them do those before pictures, those measurements, that weight, and they really do kick ass over those 7 days, and you basically just gave them a transformation in 7 days for $30, they're going to be like, heck yeah, I want to continue. Whereas if they don't if they don't track their progress, they're not going to see the results, even if they do get them. You know what I'm trying to say? So I think this program, more than any, make sure that you get those before pictures, those before measurements, so that you can show them that, hey, Beachbody works, Shakeology works, these challenge groups work. You know what I mean? Like, you're giving them the proof, and they see the proof in themselves. So just make sure that you are very intentional about that, and make sure that you get those things from your challengers before you start your groups, okay? But these are basically just some tips that I think will really help you to go above and beyond and make sure that your challengers have an amazing Clean Week experience. So now let's talk really quickly about transitioning your challengers after Clean Week. And I know that this is probably going to be the thing that a lot of you guys maybe have a lot of, not trouble with, but really have questions about or struggle with when it comes to free challenge groups. So I really wanted to kind of break this down and explain and make sure that you guys have a solid game plan for how you can transition your challengers after Clean Week is over, okay? Because that's really what this is all about. Give them a little taste, and then, the goal is to help them continue on and make this a lifestyle, okay? So after you can, run a really badass challenge group and, it's come to the end, I think it's good to give them 3 options, okay, for how they can continue their results. You can make sure you do like a big post about this, or maybe, just something at the end so they know about these options. And you can change this. You can, reword it however you need to, but these are the options that I think that I would be giving to my challengers. Number 1, continue into our upcoming challenge group and figure out what program will be the best fit for their goals, okay? So basically continuing on as a challenger and figuring out their healthy solution. The second option is upgrade to a coach, work on their goals, save some money on their Shakeology, and potentially earn your Shakeology order for free by helping others. This is kind of like a little bit of a discount coach / hobby coach option, okay? Basically saying you can continue to work on yourself, you can save some money, and if you so choose to, you can have the option to pay it forward and earn some income. And then the third is kind of like the business builder option. Join me and build a business helping others while working on your goals. Get plugged into our training and do what I do, okay? Because some people might come in, and this is the thing, guys. If you run really great groups, you can really have a massive influence on people, and you might just help somebody get an amazing clean week experience, and then they're like, yes, I love this. I want to do this for my friends. I want to do this for my family. I lost 5 pounds this week. Like, of course I want to pay it forward. You know what I mean? So, if you focus on just having a really great group and adding value and just making it a great experience, you very well could have some business builders that come out of this. And, I love that this is kind of giving people that option to try it out before deciding to continue on. You know what I'm saying? And once you do finish with Clean Week, remember to focus on finding their healthy solution, okay? So this is probably where the majority of your people are going to be. They're going to be like, well, I'm ready to continue on. So you need to figure out what's going to work best for them. For some people, that's going to be maybe Shakeology or getting some Shakeology boosts, daily sunshine. Maybe there's some people who don't want Shakeology, but they really need help with their nutrition. Maybe you set them up with just Portion Fix. Or BOD All Access Pass. Maybe they just want the workouts and the plans, not Shakeology. Maybe they want all of it. Maybe they do want Shakeology and they want the programs and they want everything. Maybe you get them set up with the challenge pack. There's some people who don't want streaming. I totally get that. I mean, I know that streaming is what majority of us do, but maybe they just want to get a base kit for a program. Get them going with that. Performance line, for the people who need energize or recover or anything like that. The athletic people, the people who maybe are at the gym who need the pre-workout, all of that kind of stuff. Ultimate Reset. Don't forget, I think a lot of times we're scared to offer the Ultimate Reset as a solution, but you guys, the Ultimate Reset is just such an amazing tool. Don't forget about that, or the supplements that come with it. There's a digestive trio of really great supplements that are great for people who have digestion issues. So, it really just depends on, the person. That's what this is all about. Figure out their healthy solution. We have so many different ways that we can do that. And if you can take somebody from Clean Week to any of these solutions, then that is a success and a win. So find out the way that is going to work best for them, however that might be. Now, I want to kind of break down the PV and math side of this for those of you who are like the facts and figures, okay? And I want to talk about the goal of becoming a 500 PV coach because this has been a big focus for us on our team lately. And I think this is really important to show how Clean Week is going to be such a key part of the 500 PV game plan, okay? So let's start with 5 Clean Week challengers, okay? So say you set the goal of bringing in just 5 Clean Week challengers every single month. And I'm talking not free group, I'm talking set up with the Clean Week, with the Shakeology sampler, okay? So we know that the Clean Week kit is 22 PV. So that means that if you sign up 5 Clean Week challengers, that's 110 PV that you're going to earn, okay? Then you make a goal of helping all of your challengers, continue on in some way. So say you get one of them started with just a Shakeology. One of your challengers goes on with Shakeology. 2 of them go on with just the BOD All Access. And then 2 of them can continue on with challenge packs, okay? And I showed you what the PV for that would be. 1 Shakeology order, 90 PV. BOD All Access on its own, just the pass, is 38 PV. So 2 of those would be 76. And then All Access pack or challenge pack is 135 PV. So that would be 270 for 2 challenge packs, okay? That would be such a great goal to hit to kind of help people transition. And if you were to do this, if you were to bring in 5 Clean Week challengers and then transition them in these 5 ways, that would be 546 PV for the month, and it would be Success Club 6. You'd get 4 points from your challenge packs and then 2 points from the Shakeology, okay? Look how simple that is, right? Like, that is the freaking game plan for you for success right there. 5 Clean Week challengers, and then help them in some way. And of course, there's other options. It doesn't have to be Shakeology All Access or the challenge packs. These were just examples, okay? Portion Fix is 30 PV, you guys, so that's kind of actually pretty close to All Access. So maybe you get a couple of them started with just Portion Fix, or whatever. Maybe you get them set with Daily Sunshine. You know what I mean? Like, make this, transition them in whatever way works. But if you were to make this goal and say, I'm going to help my 5 challengers, help at least 2 of them get set with All Access challenge packs, help at least 2 of them get set up with the All Access Pass, and then 1 with Shakeology, you would hit Success Club, you would earn 500 PD, and if you're an Emerald coach, you would get free customers next month. Okay, so we all know as an Emerald coach, one of the benefits is if you're Emerald and you hit Success Club 5, then you get free customers that are just like, Beachbody just gives you free customers that are people who come in from either online or from the infomercials who do not have a coach, and they assign them to Emerald coaches, so who hit Success Club. So you'll get free customers that are just added to you, and then you can then reach out to those customers and say, hey, I'm your coach, like, I want to help you, what are your goals? Maybe you get them set up with Clean Week next month, or maybe they want to get started with some Shakeology, or whatever. You'll have to talk to them about it and figure it out, but it's pretty cool to get just some free customers straight from Beachbody. So that is what would happen if you were to shoot for 5 Clean Week challengers. Now, if you were to shoot for 10 Clean Week challengers, all I did was double this, right? So that is 220 PV just from the Clean Week kits right there. If you helped 2 of them get set with Shakeology, that's 180 PV. If you help 4 of them get set up with the All Access Pass, that's 152 PV. And then if you help 4 of them get going with challenge packs, that's 540. And overall, throughout the month, that is 1,092 PV in Success Club 12, okay? Which I know that some of you guys are shooting for 1,000 PV, which is great. And like, if you hit 1,000 PV in Success Club 10, you are going to be rocking and rolling, and that's going to be an amazing, successful month right there. And again, if you are Emerald, you are going to be, and you do this right here, you get 1,000 PV in Success Club 12. If you do this in your Emerald, you're going to get Success Club leads next month. Success Club leads are free PV and free commissions given to you, basically. So hitting Success Club 10 and being Emerald basically gives yourself a pay bump next month, okay? Because what happens is Beachbody gives you customers now who have signed up with either Shakeology or a challenge pack who do not have a coach, and you do get the commissions from them and the volume from them right away. So this is an amazing goal to shoot for. If you are wanting to grow your income, you're going to get a pay bump when you hit Success Club 10 and your Emerald, okay? So I wanted to break this down and show it in terms of the 500 PV model because we've been talking about it, and I just want you to see how Clean Week is going to fit in so perfectly with this and help you with then transitioning people to these options, because they've already had an entire week, they've tried Shakeology, they've tried the workouts, they've tried having a coach, you know what I mean? It's going to be so much easier to then, hit these goals and, you know what I mean, transition your challengers. So I wanted to break it down for the math side. Just 5 or 10 challengers. You can choose. Are you shooting for Success Club 5 in your business? Are you shooting for Success Club 10? This is going to be a great way to help you make those goals happen, okay? And, I know that some people obviously are not going to want to invest. We all know that that's going to happen. And if that's the case, that's all right, you guys. Some people just are not ready, and that's fine. Get them set up with a BOD trial. Maybe they need 2 more weeks to try it out, see what it's like, and then follow up with them again and see if they're ready. And that is so okay, okay? Don't get discouraged by it whatsoever. You're not doing anything wrong. It just means that person needs a little bit more time to sit and marinate and kind of get more acquainted with BOD before they invest. And that's fine, because some people are just like that, you know what I mean? I really challenge you guys to run this group like freaking clockwork every month. And it's going to be a system to help you bring in people to your business and transition them into challengers. And also, as you are wrapping up your group, mention to them that if they decide to sign up with a challenge pack, they also can upgrade to become a coach for free at the same time, okay? So for those who maybe are thinking about coaching or who are thinking about challenge packs, make sure that you mention that, and that might kind of be that incentive for them to take the leap and invest, okay? And also, make sure that you keep an eye out for your most engaged challengers. I think I already talked about this, but they're most likely going to become your coach prospects. So give them lots of love and recognition throughout the group if they are being engaged, if they are really loving it. Okay. And then another thing is just to tie this back into making sure that you get those before and after pictures from your challengers. Use before and afters from your clean meat group to advertise in your next month's group. So if you have a challenger who loses 5 pounds in, 6 inches or something, and, share their before and afters, and then, obviously get their permission, of course. I should have prefaced that. Get their permission, of course, before you share. But then the next month be like, my girl, Susie, rocked it in Clean Week last month. She lost 6 pounds. She lost 6 inches, and now she's continuing on and has started to create this amazing habit for herself. And I can't wait to help her continue on her goals. And it all started with just 1 week of clean eating and working out. I'm running another Clean Week group next week, and I'm looking for 5 ladies to join me. Let me know, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be such a great way for you to promote and advertise your upcoming groups if you're getting those results and those before and afters. Hold on, I got to drink my water really quick, guys. Okay, sorry. So make sure that you get that. It's just going to, and again, like clockwork, make sure that you get those before and afters every single month, and then you have new success stories that you can share every single month. And I'm telling you guys, but transformations are like the best advertising you could possibly have for your business. Okay, so work on getting those transformations in Clean Week, and it's not only going to help your customers make the no-brainer decision to continue on, but it's also going to help you in future groups with advertising and talking about it. All right, guys, so I kind of zipped through that a little bit faster than I expected, but that's because I was super excited and had a lot to share. So that is Clean Week. Let me exit here and look at the chat box. Do you guys have any questions? Let me see. Oh, there's chat for sure. So do you have any questions? Let me look through the chat really quick. Okay, so does it set them up with an account at sign up and that's how they access it? No, so what they do is they just go to Beachbody On Demand, they enter in their email address, and they have to check the terms and conditions, and that's all they have to do to access the workouts, okay? And what Beachbody is going to do is Clean Week workouts are just always going to be available to everybody. So when they join and they do that, all they're going to be able to access is Clean Week, but they can access them forever if they wanted to. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. But no, they don't technically need to be set up with an account. They just enter their email, check the terms and conditions. That's how they'll get set. Okay, good question. Shani said, my goal is going to be 5 at first, then moving up to 10. That's awesome. How long will it take for the Shako to come? Right now it takes Canada about 2 weeks to get our Shako for the first orders. How long will they have access to BOD? Okay, so I answered the BOD question. Shipping, I don't know much about shipping to Canada, I'm sorry, but if it's taking you 2 weeks, then maybe you need to make sure that you're advertising 2 weeks in advance. And that's okay. If you're planning ahead, then that shouldn't be a problem, right? Make sure that you just advertise it for a week. You know, what you can do is kind of reverse engineer. So if you know that you want your date to start, your Clean Week group to start on this day, you want to make sure that your people get it maybe 3 days before it starts, and then go 2 weeks before that. Like, yeah, maybe you're going to have to really promote it in advance. But like I said, if you're just doing this consistently like clockwork, then you know what I mean? Like, it's going to work. You're just going to have a system. Yeah, you're going to have to promote it, but that gives people time to get it. And you want to make sure that they do get it in the mail. So yes, you will probably, good. Thank you for pointing that out. You will probably need to make sure that you're advertising this a little bit early so that people are getting this on time. And you also want to make sure that you're setting a deadline, okay? Set a deadline for registration and don't let people join. I mean, people can join after that, but they just won't get Shakeology in time. You can let people know they can join your challenge, but if you want them to get it on time, make sure that you set a registration deadline. And that's good to do anyways, because it sets up some urgency for them to join the group, okay? Do you know if they can sign up for this more than, okay, so yeah, I talked about that. So yeah, they can just get access to those Clean Week workouts those will always be available, basically. Let's see. Do you know Clean Week will be available only through coaches like Core de Force was when it first came out? So, do you know if Clean Week through coaches? So every Beachbody program that comes out there's always a network exclusive. So that means, yes, it's only available to coaches for, a few weeks before it's available on beachbody.com. But since this is a BOD program, this isn't like a physical program with DVDs, I don't think that they have that network exclusive. But just so you know, yes, when new programs do come out, That's usually what they do. They make it exclusive to the network. You can only get it through a coach for a certain amount of time before it goes on to Beachbody.com. Yeah, I'm glad that breakdown was helpful, you guys. I thought it was really helpful for myself too, and it just shows how awesome how well this is going to help you with kind of bringing people in and transitioning them. You know what I mean? Because price is a really great factor for this, will you actually promote the price on your posts you make? Honestly, Danny, yes, I think I will. And the reason is because, like, I've seen it. I've seen this on Instagram. You know, people run like little, 30-day challenges, fitness boot camp or whatever for only $30. Like, and I think that because it's such an affordable price point and because of the value we're able to add, meal plan, Shakeology, like everything, I think that, yeah, I probably will. I usually wouldn't, but I think this is a special circumstance because it's bringing people in. You know what I mean? Yes, I will. Oh, and you just said that. Typically, I don't for other groups. Get curious. Yes. On the same wavelength. So just because I'm curious, anyone that already has BOD can access this as well, right? So you don't even need BOD. You don't have to be a BOD member at all to access Clean Week. You just, like I said, just need to sign up with your email, check the terms and conditions. Do you have to pay for Clean Week? No, you don't have to pay for the workouts. You do have to pay for the Shakeology samplers. So we won't be sending them any links. The links will go out for the sampler. So yes, you will be able to send them a link for the Shakeology sampler, and that's what they will need to purchase, but not for the workouts. They'll be able to just go to BOD and sign up for the workouts that way. Yes, but will they still have access to the online part with the Shako at the same time? Will they have access to the online part with the Shako at the same time? It will always be available. Am I answering your question? Am I not answering? I think I'm confused by your question, Daisy. Can you maybe clarify what you mean? The workouts and everything will be available. You already answered that. Okay, sorry. Like, did I not answer that part? That was 3 minutes ago, so I didn't know if I was still talking. Will this be available in the UK? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, everybody that can get BOD is going to be able to do this. Yes. And as far as the Shakeology part goes, because obviously we won't be launched in the UK when Clean Week comes out, we won't be able to get them set up with it then. I'm sure that they'll have Clean Week samplers though available to people in the UK once the UK launches, if that answered your question. Good questions, you guys. And again, I'm pretty sure I made sure to read the freaking FAQ up and down, so I just wanted to make sure that I'm answering all of your questions. So they can get access to the workouts and nutrition plan even if they want to do Shakeology or don't want to do it. Yes. So like I said, you can choose how you want to market yours. If you say it's a clean, free, totally free challenge and you use all of the BOD material, the meal plan, the workouts, you can do that. What's really great about this is, Beachbody really did give it the option for us to use this for our free groups, or to, they gave us the Shakeology sampler so that we could give them that, option as well. So yes, you can run this for free groups, and maybe you do a free group and you can do a Clean Week free group and they don't even have to get Shakeology. I just know personally, I'm always going to make sure to incorporate Shakeology because it's such a good price point. It's a no-brainer. And it'll be a lot easier, I think, too, when they do have that 7 days of Shakeology under their belt to then share about challenge packs or Shakeology afterwards. But it's up to you. You have the option to do it without Shakeology if you want. Okay. How long should Shako take to ship in the US? Usually it takes like 3 to 5 days, I would say, depending on where you're at. You can give people like a week. If I usually say maybe a week if you really want to make sure that they have enough time. So you can decide when you want to kind of, like I said, if you just make sure that you have a registration cutoff date and you just plan ahead and you know when you're promoting and when your deadline is and when the group's going to start, then you'll be all good. Okay, my power went out in the middle, so maybe I missed it, but when someone wants to sign up, we do not send them links to sign up under us. Are there 2 signups they need to complete for this? So to sign up to get the workouts, they do not need a BOD membership. They do not need a Beachbody membership. They will put in their email address, and then they're going to check the terms and conditions. So you just need to send them to the website. Maybe I'm wrong on this, you guys. This is just what I read and took from the FAQ. It literally says all they do is they enter their email, they check the terms and conditions. I don't know if there's anything else required, but that's all that they're going to be doing for the workout. For the sampler, you're going to have to send them the link to the sampler, and yes, they'll be tied to you. If you're getting people set up with just the work, if you're doing a free group, set them up as a free challenger. Like set them up with just the free BOD or Beachbody membership. You guys know how to do that, right? If you go to the Coach Online office, or not the Coach Online, the Coach mobile website, and you can do it on the link generator too. You can set people up with just a free membership, and not to Beachbody On Demand, but just a free Beachbody membership, and then it ties you to them as their coach. So any of their future purchases will go to them. So if you're going to run even if you, Clean Week not aside, if you were running a free group, I would still have suggested that you set people up as your customer with the free membership anyway, so that if they do decide to continue on, then they, their orders go to you. Does that make sense, you guys? Do you guys know about that? I know it's kind of confusing because there's like the BOD membership, and then there's the free membership, and then there's the BOD trial. It's all kind of different, but the free membership does not give them access to they don't really get access to anything. They don't get access to BOD. It literally just sets you up as their coach, okay? I hope I answered your question. So if it comes out on the 3rd, it probably would be best to plan for the first group to be the week of the 9th, so there's enough time to order. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, exactly, Danny. That's probably what I'm going to be doing too. And I'm honestly going to promote it before it comes out on the 3rd, so that I can get people like on a list and get people interested, and then boom, on the 3rd they can get it. You know what I'm saying? So you can don't wait to talk about it until then, basically is what I'm saying. One for Shako, one for online portion, not on BOD. Yeah, so if you're getting them set up with Shako, you're going to send them the link that way. Well, the meal plans for Clean Week advise using Shako. I'm pretty sure, yes, they're going to give you, they're definitely going to give you Shakeology recipes. And I'm pretty sure they're pretty good. You can swap out if people aren't getting Shakeology. I'm sure there's other recipes that are going to be there. I don't know what the meal planner looks like, so I can't tell you exactly what's going to be in it. But yes, there will definitely be Shakeology recipes. And if not, you can just advise them to, do something else. Tell them just make a fruit smoothie, a healthy smoothie with almond milk, bananas, whatever, peanut butter. Don't have to have Shakeology in it. I got confused because it shows Clean Week in BOD, but it's not actually in BOD. Yes, it's part of Beachbody On Demand, but they're just not going to get access to any of the other workouts. They're only going to be able to access Clean Week. How do you figure out when the Clean Week will start after they launch it, and how do you figure out a deadline? So how do you figure out when the Clean Week will start? So that's up to you, Jill. The program comes out on October 3rd. So that is when people are going to be able to start streaming the workouts, and that's when people can start ordering Shakeology. If you want to do this as a free group, you could start your free group on October 3rd, technically, if you wanted to. You know what I mean? Because that's the day that the workouts are going to be available. But if you are going to be running it as a Shakeology challenge, I would advise you to have a little bit more time. You can decide how long of a time that you want to give them before the group starts. But like I said, just reverse engineer it. So if you have a calendar in front of you, decide when your start date is going to be, right? So let's just do this for example. I'm going to do it for November because October is a little weird because that's when it comes out. Let's say November. You want to run a group the first week of November. So say you want your Clean Week group to start November 6th. Okay? You would need to make sure that you want to have your people get their Shakeology by the 3rd or the 4th, right? Maybe the 4th. So then if they get their stuff by the 4th, then you want to make sure you give them at least, 5 days? 5 days for their Shakeology to come. So count back 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe and then just because it's Sunday, then you could say your deadline to join is Sunday, October 29th. That is the last day that they can join your group. And then maybe you advertise the group then that entire week before, the 23rd through the 29th. Does that make sense? Hopefully you guys were watching on your calendar, but does that make sense how I did that? So just figure out your start date, figure out when you want them to get their Shakeology by, give them about 5-day buffer delivery time for their Shakeology, and that's when your deadline is going to be. And then promote that entire week before the deadline, so you have plenty of time to get people set up. Okay? Does that make sense? I know that's kind of confusing, but hopefully that helped. Also, BB Links has generators for you. Yes. Oh, yes, Abby. Thank you. You're amazing. Oh, thank you, Daisy. I appreciate it. Good. Okay, good. I'm glad. So I hope that this has been helpful. You guys, let me stop the screen share really quickly. I hope this has been helpful. I really hope you guys are really pumped for this and see how it can become such an important part of your system. I know for me, like I said, I'm going to start running clean week groups every month like clockwork. and make sure I'm getting, for me, I'm going to shoot for 10. That's going to be my goal. I'm always going to shoot for just getting 10 people set up with Clean Week and using that as a way to then help me continue on throughout the rest of the month. Any other last minute questions? Are you going to run any other free groups, do you think? Yeah, I will. And I think I'm going to run free groups more so to meet people that are like me and run groups like outside of health and fitness. So for example, I have a group for, and then really you can decide if you want to do free groups or free communities, but like I just started up a group called the Baby Body Project for women who are wanting to get healthy before they have a baby. And so that group, it's like free to join. I'm just giving tips. I'm going live. You know what I mean? I'm actually going to run a free clean eating challenge in my community. And basically what I'm doing is I'm going to give them a meal plan for 7 days with fertility friendly foods, you know, just make a really simple meal plan. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is like doing kind of ongoing communities for my niche, my brand, specifically people that I want to attract and become friends with. And what I'm doing is, you know, as people accept or request my group, I add them as a friend. I'm not even talking to them about Beachbody because now that they're my friend, they're going to start seeing my posts and they'll start seeing my Clean Week stuff. And that will come, but I want to just start to become friends with them. And that's what my free groups are going to be for. And Clean Week is going to be kind of, you know what I mean, more intentional for my business. Does that make sense? Okay, sorry, I'm talking to on my water. Okay, such a useful call. Yay, thank you, Lisa. This really helped me see the value of this launch and the income and PV possibilities. Yes, exactly, Abby. That's why I'm really glad that you guys saw that because, like I said, the 500 PV model has been really a big focus, and I really wanted to nail home how this is going to fit in perfectly with that in so many ways. How do you figure out how to advertise the Clean Week? So, you know, really just talk about all of the benefits and why it's such a great solution. You know, I would just do a free post I would just do a post. And when I advertise groups, you guys, or events, what I do is I do a announcement post, I do a reminder, and then I do a last call. So I post about my groups multiple times, but in different ways. I kind of a little bit, you know, tweak it a little bit, maybe change the pictures around, but just say, you know, I'm looking to help women that want to get on track with their health and fitness. And like I said, give it a little spin. How are you going to make it unique to you? But just create a post and just say, you know, we start on this day. Deadline to join is this day. It's only $30 to get started. I'll help you get going with a meal plan, workouts. You'll even get a week's supply of my superfood shake to try out and see if you like it. You know what I mean? It's great. I think it'll be really, it'll be just such a great way to bring people in and to have such an affordable solution. But once it gets closer, we can all start to share kind of how we're advertising it individually. But I don't know if I answered your question. That's what I'm doing. That's always what I do. I just kind of talk about, hey, I'm running a group. This is what I'm doing. And I kind of lay out the bullet points and the talking points for them. Any other questions, you guys? Any other last minute questions that I can answer? Anything that's not clarified? No? No questions? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Okay, good. Well, I am really glad that this was beneficial, you guys. And I really hope that you will take this, start really being intentional about running Clean Week groups when this comes out, because it's going to be just a really great way to get your business going, especially if you're a brand new coach. Like, I'm so excited for the new coaches that are going to be coming in that are going to have this tool right off the bat. Man, I wish that I had this when I was a new coach 4 years ago. I will say that. Okay. Awesome. And I will be sure to upload the slides as well. If you guys want to look at the slides, you can, I'll upload them into the team page. Jeannie just sent me a message. Are you going to try to have a baby soon? Jeannie, do you watch my social media? I've been talking more about it. Hopefully we'll see what happens. Okay. Awesome. I'm going to go eat my dinner. Woo, I've done a lot of talking. So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Post in the team page, and I will be happy to ask them. I will go upload the slides right now, and I will also upload the recording right now. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. I hope this was helpful. I can't wait for Clean Week to start. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next week. Bye, guys.